with another video, and this is going to be a series that's going to blow your mind. Why? Because generally this community, this group is all about generational wealth and how do we become self-made millionaires? How do we achieve what our ancestors weren't able to achieve, and how to be able to create generational wealth for our future generations, okay? Now, the reason why, going straight into it, the reason why generational wealth is not as potent as generational curses are inside of our communities is because we are looking at the results and we're not focused on the roots, okay? The results are an effect. The cause is actually the root, okay? We must focus on the roots. We must focus on the seeds that were planted in our lives in order for us to truly be able to create the results that we want to create. So in this series, in this video today, we're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be talking about what is true generational wealth. We're going to be talking about why generational curses are so potent inside of our communities and how we can transition over from keeping that tradition of staying with generational curses into generational wealth and actually creating that true foundation that we need. Because at the end of the day, you can build a house, but if your foundation is no good, the house will continue to fall, okay? So you have to fix your foundation in order for the house to be built properly, okay? So I hope you got your pen and paper. I hope that you are ready to take some notes. I hope that you are ready to ask some questions. I need you to share this video. I need you to like this video. You receive anything that you didn't know about this before listening to this video, and I need you to comment, okay? This is going to help you get you to that next level, okay? All right, so diving into the first part, and I know I got my notes, so you're gonna see me looking down, but it's all to help me stay on track because I'll start going off track. Okay, so diving into the first part, okay, we live mainly, I'd say 95% of the world lives unconsciously, okay? There's certain things that we do on a day-to-day basis, activities, certain habits that we've created and that we do every single day. Unconsciously, we do these things, okay? And many people live a certain type of way and they don't even realize that what they're doing unconsciously is what's affecting them and holding them back. So many people believe that they need to get a better job, okay? You need to get a better position, but in all actuality, those are things that can help you, but it can harm you in another way, in different ways. You see people that constantly get raises or that constantly get a better job, but they're still struggling. Why? Because they went to thinking that the results were going to change it when it's actually the root. So generational wealth is more than just about money. Generational wealth is about being able to have the ability to create wealth, whether it's through skills, mental capacity, and what you pass along, okay? So you have to have the mental ability to be able to create wealth. You have to have skills. There's certain type of skills that you need to have. Not saying in a certain niche or a category, but I mean there's skills in whatever you want to be, whatever niche, whatever business, whatever position, whatever career that you're in, you have to have skills, and you always have to be able to evolve over time, because those skills that you learned at that point in time, if you don't continue to learn the new things within your niche or within your position or a business, then you're gonna fall behind. So you always have to update your skills. And the third thing is that you have to be able to pass it along, okay? You have to be able to pass along intellectually what you have learned to someone else in order to truly pass on generational wealth, okay? Now, I'll tell you why generational curses have been so potent inside of our communities and our families, and why it continues to be passed along instead of generational wealth. Because curses are not necessarily curses. People consider them curses because it's some sort of magic, or there's something that people are putting on them. Words can change things, but it's habits that create the curses. Okay? So if you have habits, you have programming, that is what's creating the curses that continue to get passed along inside of our communities and in our families, okay? So generational curses are nothing more than habits and programs. Habits and programming that continues to get passed along, okay? That's what it is. And those programmings and those habits that continue to get passed along are more potent because wealth is not something that's really talked about inside of our households and our communities. If you don't come from an influential family that talks about money, that talks about wealth, that talks about opening businesses, that talks about using your ideas to be able to service people, to be able to make your own money, to be able to live interdependently, then you're not going to be able to pass along what you don't know, okay? Now, it's not necessarily the fault of our past, but it will be our fault if we don't take the information that we're learning and not use it to be able to teach the future generations. So what I'm teaching you now, you must be able to dive in and really let it sink in, and then be able to teach others, okay? Because that's also how you learn, is when you're teaching others. Now, generational curses can stop. People think, oh, there's nothing that can change it. Yes, it can. So generational curses, as I told you, are nothing more than habits and programming. Mainly habits and programming that has happened since we were young as children. Normally, you are taught about money. And there's different ways that you are taught about money. But I'll take it a little bit, a few steps back, so we can continue to build up from there. Okay. If you are not doing well, if you are not where you want to be, it is simply there are things that you do not know. Ignorance is a matter of what you don't know. What you don't know can hurt you. I'll say that again. What you don't know can hurt you, can harm you. Okay? People say ignorance is a bliss. And we need to change that. Ignorance shouldn't be something that we praise. Bliss should be something beautiful. Bliss should be something that we engulf ourselves in. But unfortunately, engulfing yourself in ignorance does not help create wealth, nor does it help impact your life on a positive note. Okay? So we need to change that. We as a people. Okay? It doesn't matter where you come from, but we as a people need to change that. So if you are not where you want to be at, it is simply things that you do not know. And in order for you to be able to truly gain the wealth that you want inside of your family, you must be able to change the habits and the program that is inside of your life that you don't even realize it. You do it unconsciously. You've had it in your system for so long that you don't even realize that it's programming, okay? You don't even realize that it is habitual things that has caused you to be where you don't want to be at. Be in the position that you don't want to be in, okay? So, First things first, in order for you to transition, in order for our communities to transition to true generational wealth and stop generational curses, is that we must recognize the problem. The problem is the programming and the habits that are being passed along from generation to generation. Okay, so when you hear me say habits and programming, I'm talking about generational curses. This is how we're going to be able to truly stop it, is that we have to change our programming and our habits. We have to. That is the only way that you're going to truly be able to stop generational curses. Okay, first things first, it starts with us. Generational wealth starts with me and you. Number one, you need to commit to your success of being a self-made millionaire. And this is not an overnight thing. This is something that you have to commit to long term. Many people love to be in relationships. They can't be by themselves. Well, I'll tell you right now, in order for you to truly be able to succeed in this world, learn to commit to your success longer than you want to be with someone else. Okay? Commit to yourself. Commit to your own success. Commit to being wealthy. That is the number one way. You have to make that commitment to yourself. All right? The second thing is that you need to learn how to master the inner game of money. You have to learn how to master it. Okay? Now, this is baby steps. This is not something I'm telling you that if you're a baby, you just get up and you start walking. No, when you're a child, when you're born into this world, first things first, you learn how to sit up. Then you learn how to crawl. Then you learn how to walk. Then you learn how to run. That's how creating wealth starts. You start with baby steps until you get to that next level. So be in this game long term, okay? You're going to live your life anyways. Years are gonna pass by. Time is going to pass by anyways. So why not commit to wealth? Because 3 years down the line, a year down the line, 5 years down the line, you don't want to say, oh, I should have started this a long time ago. No, start today. So commit to being wealthy, and then 2, learn how to master the inner game of money. In order for you to master the inner game of money, you have to figure out what your money blueprint is. Every single person in this world has a money blueprint, okay? And it starts with the programming, aka the habits, aka what you were taught since you were young. Okay, that is your blueprint. Think of a house. You cannot build a house without a blueprint. There's no way possible. Whatever you are living in right now, whatever your position is in, whatever the results that you're getting, however much money that you're making right now is a result of what you were programmed, what you consume, what has been taught to you. Okay? Your inner game is actually the results that you're reflecting right now. So whatever you have on the outside, whatever material things, whatever's going on in your life right now is a reflection of what's inside of you, what has been going on inside of you. Okay? If you want to move to a higher level in life, you must be willing to let go some of your old ways. What you think you know about money, you need to be able to let go. You have to be willing to unlearn some things, relearn some things, and then elevate to your next level. Okay? You have to unlearn what you think you know to be able to relearn what you didn't know in order for you to elevate and go to the next level. Okay? Your money blueprint is going to be the key to you becoming a self-made millionaire. Okay? We need to figure out what your money thermostat is. Okay? We have to be able to do that. Now, many people say, oh no, it's not really about that. You just have to be in the right place at the right time. Well, let me tell you something. If you can be in the right place at the right time, but if you are not prepared for that opportunity, it is still a missed opportunity because you was not prepared for that opportunity. So technically, if you want to be correct, you must be the right person in the right place at the right time, okay? You don't want to miss any opportunities by not being prepared. Prepare, and that is going to help you position yourself to be in the right place at the right time. So no matter what's going on in your life, if you're always preparing, when that time and place comes, you're going to be ready to go. You're going to be the right person in that right place at that right time to be able to fully be able to get to that opportunity and really make it your own. Now the question is, who are you when it comes to you being the best of the best? Many people can't answer that question. Who are you? When I say who are you, I mean, what is your character? What do you think on a day-to-day basis? What are your beliefs? These are critical parts of you becoming a self-made millionaire, of you creating wealth inside of your family, inside of your life. Now, your income can only grow to the extent that you do. So the moment you stop learning, so does your income. The moment you get complacent, your income stops. You stay at a level that you don't want to be at. Many people need to stay uncomfortable in order for them to elevate to their next level. You can look at thousands of millionaires and they'll be able to tell you, it wasn't until I got uncomfortable, that is when I started to grow. That is when my money started to grow. That's when I was able to bring in new ideas. I was able to learn new skills. I was able to elevate to my next level. Getting uncomfortable. Learn how to be comfortable staying uncomfortable. I'll say that again. Learn how to be uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Enjoy being uncomfortable because it is you being uncomfortable is what elevates you to that next level, okay? Now, go back to when I said, what is your money thermostat set at? Now, I want you to write down at this point in time, I'm going to ask you a question. The first thing that crosses your mind, if you could choose a time, if you could choose an amount of money that you would be happy at making per month, what would it be? What would it be that you can make per month that you're going to be happy at right now? Write it down, okay? Now, after you have written it down, the next question is, add per month what that is and let me know how much that is annually. Okay? Once you've added up what it is annually that you want to be making, that you feel that will be comfortable for you, that you feel would be great for you, after you've written that down, that right there is your level of your money thermostat. Okay? Now, if you have a house or you have an apartment or you have a place to stay, normally, but a thermostat itself is what goes up and down, okay? If it goes up, that's the level of it's hot, it's getting hotter, or it's room temperature, it's getting warmer, it's getting hot. You know, that's normally a thermostat. The levels it goes high, those are, the heat is getting turned up. If it goes down, then it's a lot cooler, then it gets cold, then it gets freezing, and then, some people, they can't handle that. I will tell you right now, whatever you put on that paper, whatever you wrote down, that is where your money thermostat is, okay? Some people's money thermostat are at hundreds of dollars a month. Some people are at thousands of dollars a month. Some people are at hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Some are at millions of dollars a month, and some are at billions, okay? I asked you So you're able to write down so you can know where your money thermostat is. If you don't like the answer that you wrote down, then you know you need to level up. Okay? If you like where you are, but you don't want to stay there, then you know that you need to level up. Okay? You need to level up your money thermostat. And some people can't handle their money thermostat being at a high level. I'll tell you, that is the difference between lottery winners and I can't talk. Lottery winners and self-made millionaires. You can take, and it has happened time and time again, you can take lottery runners that have won hundreds of millions of thousands of dollars, and within a few years or less than that, they're broke. They don't have, because their money thermostat was not at that level. Okay? So they had to lower. That means they had to do something with the money, because their money thermostat, their mind could not take that amount of money. Okay? But you take a self-made millionaire. Okay? I'll give you an example. I will give you an example of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey lost everything twice, and then he got it back. That's because his money thermostat was at millions of dollars. Okay? You can take a self-made millionaire. They can lose everything that they have, and within a few years, they'll be able to gain it back, because their money thermostat is at a certain level. Think of billionaires. Do you really think that their money thermostat, what would they be like if their money thermostat was at millions when their mindset is at billions? That would drive them crazy. Okay? That would go into overload for them. But then you have people who don't even have hundreds. Theirs is way below zero. They're freezing because their money thermostat is so low that that's all that they can take. They can't even take hundreds of dollars a month. They can't take it. Okay? So you may be thinking, oh, they need to get a better job or they need to get a better position. No, it's not that, because they can make more money, but they'll end up losing it all. So that's when we go into what the cause and effect is. Okay? What is causing them to have their money thermostat at that level? That goes into the programming and the habits that we have. Okay? I'll move a little bit faster so we can get through it. Okay? To let you know, research has shown 80% of individuals will not be financially free the way that they would like to be. And those 80% of people, majority of them, will not be happy because they're not where they want to be. It's more than just about the money. It's the fact that they're not happy with where they are in life. Okay? We're not going to be those people, because you're taking this and you're choosing to write down these notes and you're choosing to implement everything that I'm teaching you today. This is how you're going to get to your next level. Okay? We have to figure out the cause and effect. What is causing this? Okay? What you cannot see is more powerful than what you see. See, everything that we see out in this world, the money, the cars, the clothes, the shoes, the houses, the vacations that we go on, everything that you see, the roads that we drive on, everything that you see on the outside world are results. But it is everything that is internally or invisible that we cannot see is what's way more powerful. That is the manifestation of what we see as results. When you see a garden, when you see trees, when you see flowers, when you see fruits, those are all results. What you don't see, which are the roots, which are the seeds, those are the cause. What are you watering your seeds with? What have you been watering your seeds with? Where do your roots come from that has caused you to be where you are today when it comes to money? You have to be able to uproot some of those roots. You have to be able to plant new seeds to be able to grow the garden that you want to grow. Okay? Live with intention. You can't just say you're going to commit to wealth and not be intentional by it. Intentional is implementation. Intention is consistently every single day making sure you do at least one thing to get you to your next level. So what are you doing to commit that is keeping you committed to you becoming a self-made millionaire? Okay? Now, let's go to the programming. I'm going to give you the 3 basics, okay? And then we're going to pick up again in the next video. But I need you to think about these 3 programmings that's causing you to be where you are. Okay, the programming and the habits, generational curses, the programming and the habits, mainly things that you have learned. You've learned this from your parents. You've learned this from teachers. You've learned this from friends. You've learned this from social media. You've learned this from culture. Your beliefs. Everything that you've learned, just to name a few, come from other people's opinions, actions, ways, and thoughts that they have placed upon you that has created a program inside of you that you have lived by and didn't even know that it was causing you harm. Okay? All of these things have programmed you to where you are today. But I need you to recognize that this programming, these habits that you have brought on, that has come with what you have learned from other people, they are not who you are. They were external things that you incorporated inside of your life. They are not who you are. And you can change. You need to disassociate yourself with this programming and understand that in order for you to truly become who you want to be, disassociate yourself and recognize that this is not who you are. That these are external programs that you learned when you were younger and that you incorporated because you didn't know any better. You learned this thing. Disassociate yourself with it and say that is not who I am. And then learn to be who you truly want to be. Okay? That is what we're going to learn in the next video. How you got that way stem from 3 things. Every child is taught how to think about money. Okay, these teachings come from some of the things that I've told you. Okay, it starts with the programming. Your programming integrates with your thoughts. Your thoughts integrates with your feelings. Your feelings integrates with your actions, which produces your results. Okay, in order for you to change your results, you must change your programming. Okay. There's 3 different types of programming. There's verbal programming. What did you hear when you were young? This is the homework that I need you to do for yourself. Not for me, not for anybody else, but for yourself. But we're going to talk about it. So for the next video, I need you to write these things down, and then we're going to come back to them. The 3 programmings that happens that has brought you to where you are. The first one is the verbal programming. The second one is the modeling programming. What did you see when you were younger? What did you see when you were younger? And the third one is specific incidents. What did you experience when you were young? Those are the 3 that we're going to talk about in the next video. I'm so excited about this series because nobody's talking about the blueprint in order for you to truly build your house of wealth and create the generational wealth. This is Michelle Bell. I am so excited. I hope you learned something. Again, please like, comment, share this video. Share it because you never know who you can bless. Okay? You never know who needs to hear this. This is serious and it's happening, and it's constantly happening in our communities and in our families. Generational curses are simply programmings and habits that we're passing down along that needs to stop. We need to change that programming. We need to change those habits in order for us to truly be able to create generational wealth. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment down below, and I look forward to talking to you again soon, Queens. God bless you all, and I'll see you soon. Peace.